Welcome to Ultimate Martial Arts, the podcast, with your host, Jose. Now, let's talk martial arts.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Jose, and we're here to talk martial arts. There's no interviews on this episode. It's basically going to be an experience episode. I had a chance back in April, so I am a little bit behind. Got a little bit busy, but I'm here to catch you up on an event I did attend here in Salt Lake City, Utah. But before we get into that, I have a little promotion here to go over. For everybody who doesn't have an iPhone and you want an opportunity to subscribe to us, we were on an app, well, we still are, on an app called, what was the app called? It was an app, I can't even think of the name. But anyways, Castbox. Yeah, we are on the Castbox app still if you use that, but we found out a lot of people don't use Castbox. It's still a growing company, so we did upgrade and we now are on Stitcher. Stitcher is a great app, and so you can hear my show on Stitcher. Stitcher is a radio on demand. You can download the free app today. Listen anytime, anywhere. Stitcher is an award-winning free app that lets you listen to all your favorite shows, plus discover from 20,000 plus news, entertainment, and sports shows. Gives you the capabilities to create custom playlists, over 20,000 shows to discover, and you can rate and review my show on Stitcher. This app is available for iOS, Android, Nook, iPad, you name it. It's an app. And over 4 million car dashboards, on demand and on the go, no downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. Stream your favorite podcast. So if you don't have Stitcher, download it free today at Stitcher.com or in your app store and subscribe. Rate Ultimate Martial Arts, the podcast. All right, so go ahead and find us on there and take a listen. But if you have an iPhone, you can continue to listen to us through the normal podcast app. We will stay on there. If you prefer Castbox, we will stay on there. And if there's any other app or anything that you want us on, just let us know. That's kind of how we ended up on Stitcher. So let us know, and we'll do our best to get on there. So back to the show. On April 29th, I had the opportunity to participate, or work the Judo Senior Nationals Championship of 2017 for USA Judo, which was hosted here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I appreciate and thank Ryan from Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Salt Lake City, as well as Michael from Hidden Valley MMA. They're the two who kind of told me about it and got me involved. So I appreciate you two. So the experience was, it was pretty fun. I was scheduled to be there working, doing different things, scorekeeper or whatever it may be. There were so many different jobs. And I got to experience a lot. I had never been to an actual judo tournament. So it's pretty crazy to see the throws and everything live and see people who've competed in the Olympics. If you subscribe to Jiu-Jitsu magazine, Travis Stevens was on the recent cover of Jiu-Jitsu magazine. He's an Olympian in judo, and he was there, so I got an opportunity to see him in person. There was a couple other people there that participated in the Olympics. Ninth dans, eighth dans in judo. It was crazy. So just to get the opportunity to experience, see how these tournaments work in judo, was pretty fun. There was a lot of participation as far as people working the event, so I got to kind of just hang out for most of the day and kind of experience as just a fan of martial arts and see how judo worked and the USA tournament styles, and seen some amazing throws, and just got to do a lot of viewing. I also got to do some work as far as working with the U.S. Drug testing, which was pretty. It was a lot more work than what I expected when they got us picked. They said, "Oh yeah, you'll just be working for an hour, nothing too long, if that." And we ended up working for about several hours of just. Our job was they gave us a clipboard with an athlete on it. They were athletes in the finals, and we just had to grab them as soon as they got off the mat and say, "Hey, I'm such and such from, USA drug testing, and you've been randomly selected for a drug testing," and get them back to the drug testing area. And that's how that kind of went. And then, these athletes are dehydrated. They don't got to use the restroom. Then the award ceremony came, and so, you can't stop them from going to the award ceremony, and so you kind of had to take them back and babysit them and then get them back to the testing area. So it was definitely an experience, something I definitely would do again. As a fan of martial arts in general, I don't do judo, but it was definitely a great experience. I got to meet and talk to some of the athletes, great people, from young ages to older ages. I got to see some of our local amazing local black belts in judo compete in the Masters tournament, which was pretty cool just to see some of our local masters here in the area, at work. Some of them haven't done a tournament in some time, and so it was nice to see that, even though they haven't competed in a long time, they still got it in them to go compete and do a good job. Some of them came in first, second, third places, so that was pretty cool. So the whole day was just an amazing day. It was something that was just an amazing day is how I can put it. It was a pretty tiring day at the end of the day, but it was cool. And if you are not if you're a fan of judo, or you've never witnessed it, if there's a tournament in your area, definitely go check it out. Some of the throws were pretty crazy throws. There were some aspects of it that I really wasn't a fan of. Kind of when they're on the ground doing their groundwork. The refs stood them up a lot, and coming from jiu-jitsu, and going to a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, you don't really see that a lot. And I can understand why, because sometimes in jiu-jitsu, things can get a little boring on the ground when two people are not really making attempts to go any further than where they're at. And that's kind of what they were doing in judo. But there were some times where I felt like they were standing them up too soon, things like that. And I just wanted to be like, let them go at it. But other than that, a lot of the fights were good. Just like any other martial art tournament, because I've been to jiu-jitsu tournaments, taekwondo tournaments, and you always have those few boring matches where you're just like, yeah, let's get this out the way. So there were a few of those. There were some amazing matches. Seeing some of the coaches was pretty intense. And just going into the training for this, we heard a lot of stuff, how some of the coaches, can freak out and just get crazy. So, I didn't really see a lot of that, which was good. A lot of these martial artists kept their composure and, remained in that martial artist mind frame, of being respectful and courtesy and integrity and, all these self-control, all these things that we teach in the martial arts community. And, it was nice to see these great leaders upholding these standards in the martial arts community, especially something as big as this tournament, a national tournament, and some of these people being, as big as they are. But that was just my experience that I, kind of wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoy my experience there, and I hope you find the time to maybe go check out a judo tournament. All right. Well, that was today's episode. Not a long episode. I'm also going to be releasing another episode soon about a seminar I went to for jiu-jitsu, so that's coming very soon. So yeah, I'm going to start releasing some of these short episodes when I don't got interviews lined up about some of my experiences. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you follow us on Stitcher, iTunes, like, subscribe, review. You can also find us on my website, Lane Vision MA for martial arts. So lanevisionma.com. You can find my podcast. You can find my blog, which I post. I'm going to stay more up to date on my blog that has things to do with health, fitness, martial arts, my personal life with school, just all types of things. So check out my blog. The podcast is there. I also got a couple other things on my website. So check it out, lanevisionma.com. And stay tuned. We'll be back with you for another episode.
Ultimate Martial Arts, the podcast.